Like it's going to be a good day for Campos.
Absolute rocket ship lap, wasn't it, from Porsche? This is the character of Bahrain. You spend so much time tippy-toeing around this circuit, trying to keep the tyre alive, and then
Maini up to the front row. Sorry, Alex, interrupting.
No problem. For Maini, that is completely expected.
Fantastic performance on debut by Kush Maini, out-qualifying his experienced teammate, putting it P6, and then look at that, making a terrific start and going wheel to wheel is Maini, who's going to get the power down, and he's going to get second place. A superb start from 6th on the grid to 2nd as they climb the hill to turn number 4. Verschoor's going with him though, and Martins is trying to recover the position that he lost off the line.
Across the line in his Campos, that's good enough for P4. It's tightening up at the front, isn't it, after what was a bit of a slow free practice session. Whoa, Maini up to P2 in the other Campos.
Martins, Maini, Behrman. Very, very impressive from the 3 rookies occupying the top 3 places.
Now we've got another critical moment because DRS is enabled down towards turn 9.
And it changes things entirely. Now turn 9 becomes viable. Now we've got a scrap. Now we've got a pass up to the podium. Goes Leclerc, big opportunity now. There's only 2 detection points around the circuit, so Leclerc will still have the DRS. But that's a late braking move. Ooh. That was bold, that was brave, that was brilliant, Kush Maini.
Yeah, Kush Maini steals the inside away and manages to stay ahead of Leclerc. But making the overtakes in quite spectacular style was Maini.
Bloody man, well done, well done. Yeah, copy, I said you. Good job.
Yeah, certainly had the overtake of the race, didn't he? Last of the late breakers at turn 11, and superb stuff from him. What a day for Kush Maini. He's gone from 14th to 4th. Fittipaldi completes the top 5. Juan Manuel Correa at a circuit that he adores in 6th position for Correa's 3rd point scoring appearance of the season so far. Novalak with 2 points to his name, and Hajar asking for the red flag on the radio. Look at that from Kush Maini, who's having wonderful starring roles throughout all of these races this year. As Porsche tries to dare Vesti into going for fastest lap once again. We're on board with Kush Maini. Superb performance in his rookie season so far. Built on consistency, built on taking his chance. And now we go to the time on the left-hand side. Porsche, we are focusing on a very, very frantic setup at the moment, and that is a very late braking move. He's done it again! Spectacular stuff on the brakes, not for the first time this season, as Maini goes up to 3rd. Doohan gets past Martins as well, who has gone from 1st off the grid. And on the 2nd lap, he's down to 5th position. Doohan gets past and up to 3rd. Brilliant racing here for Formula 2. It was a late braking move into 3 for Maini. And then the same thing again for Doohan into 4. And Maini's not done, but is there any grip there? Not at this stage of proceedings. Doohan on the podium.
The top 5 is Jack Doohan. Goes on to the front row. What about Teo Porsche? He is up to 6th place. The Trident cars come next. Roman Stanek going to 13th. Novalak to 18th. Richard Verschoor, our winner last time in the feature race, still to cross the line, and here he comes now down towards the L and Club section. Richard Verschoor, it's been a personal best 1st and 2nd sector. Was he affected by that yellow flag? Kush Maini onto the front row as well, but is he going to stay there? Richard Verschoor onto the start-finish straight.
Kane and your screen looking to be up one more in short order as Hauger moves away. Here's Maini again.
We have seen so many times Maini being last of the late breakers. There's the latest example. On the way in it was Maini, on the way out it's Behrman. Brilliant racing in Formula 2 once again, and Teo Porsche has all the momentum but nowhere to go, as fighting his way back through to the podium places goes Kush Maini. The safety car is heading back to the pits. We are heading to green flag racing at this most fabled of venues. Lap 3 will become lap 4. We will go on the attack once again. Great restart, Oliver Behrman, who takes us back as the green flag flies. It's Porsche versus Martins. Everyone behind Teo Porsche will know that he will be thinking of the championship, including Victor Martins. In the background there, that's Richard Verschoor with a great run on Kush Maini in the black and orange car, and he's got the place in the braking zone. Oh, Maini fights back. Great on the brakes once again. How many times have we seen that this year from the young Indian driver?
That'll make them both slow, with Crawford in close proximity behind. Will he be able to make a move as they head down to the Roger chicane? Get a half move done, and you're going to be immediately under pressure at this level. Crawford looks to the inside.
Crawford thinks better of it. No way that for sure will make that corner. Way too much speed. They'll continue side by side as he feather out of the throttle. He does, wheel to wheel, corner by corner. They're still battling. Fifth place still belongs to the Campos of Kush Maini.
Maini making a breakaway.
Being dished out as a result. Full drive through, not a time penalty added on, and he will be shuffled to the back of the pack. That was not what we wanted to see down the main straight at Monza. Kush Maini on board with the Campos driver. He was in contention earlier in the year on the podium with a fine drive in Melbourne, and he's had a really competitive rookie season. He's in 11th in the point standings, trying to get in the mix as well, and he's still not let Crawford get too far ahead. Deruvela now with degrading tyres. Crawford with another attempted move at the first chicane, and another car deep, and that is Stanek in the Trident, who will have to rejoin and drop back and give the places. Stanek, who was penalised earlier on after shuffling Vesti into the wall. Not much from there, and contact between Crawford and Maini as he tries to slow it down.
As the front wing caught underneath the front tyres. That's such a scary moment for Maini, who have to slow that car right down, and clumsy stuff then as they head through Curva Grande.
It promotes Awasa up to 6th at the moment, but that will become 5th because Maini is off the road and a fine drive is undone. Big defensive shape thrown by Crawford, and then the contact. And will that present an opportunity position? But there are purple sectors, that's fastest of the session so far, being set by the Alpine Academy boys. Current provisional pole position for Martins. Let's see if he can improve his time. He does so by very nearly 0.3 of a second. Doing is close though, and Maini is in contention as well. The Indian driver, now mentored by two-time champion of the world Mika Hakkinen, finds himself in contention, but it's for sure who jumps up to the front row. Cordeal is in 14th, Correa is in 13th, it is Hadjar in P8, and we're on board with the Australian driver who's gone from Formula 1 a couple of minutes ago to Formula 2 now. What is that final sector like for Jack Doohan across the line? Good enough to return to the front row. Maini might have something to say about that though.
The man who kept his Alpine out of the back of a Williams a few moments ago in F1 free practice manages to keep his Invicta Virtuosi on the front row. Maini managing to keep his Campos in third.
From Doohan, who takes provisional pole. Super lap as well from Maini. Brilliant stuff. Kush Maini 0.2 of a second away to P5, but the ARTs look quick. We're on board with Victor Martins, Rookie of the Year last year, looking to step forward and take the largest trophy at the end of this season. Where does he go? Looking for pole number 4 in his F2 career today. A solid P5. What can his teammate directly behind do? He can go ahead of it. P4 right now. That is an excellent lap. But wait for Maini, who's at the final corner. This is going to be so interesting. Maini, earlier on, found himself displaced by Hadjar. Can he do the reverse this time? Bortoleto has gone to the front of the field. Maini looking to respond to his teammate, and he does by 0.2 of a second. And the Indian driver is on top with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go.
Here, let's listen to Maini.
Job P1 at the moment here, mate.
My name's Joe.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant.
Come again?
Outstanding. Outstanding stuff from the man who's provisional P1. The private battle for pole position, which is between Behrman and Maini. Maini has a personal best in the first sector. No one has a purple sector in the first sector. No improvement for Behrman. in that first sector or that second sector? Has he left the door ajar?
He might well have done. Maini, though, slightly down. It's all to play for, and it's a long, long run down towards turn 27 in which to play for it. One braking zone between Maini and potential pole position here. Could he snatch it back after the disappointment of last week? We're about to find out as he arcs into turn 27.
Race number 1, 22nd position. Race number 2 started from 22nd position. His teammate is 14th. Maini looking to take that final step and improve the front row to pole. Can he do it? No, he's missed out by 800ths of a second. What a brilliant effort that will go unrewarded. He bounces back, but he can't take the points for pole. Formula One later on tonight. The 4th race of the season begins in 5 lights time. The F2 feature is underway. Perfect launch off the line for our pole sitter. Maini is exactly where he wants to be. Can anyone get past Crawford? No, he's in second place. A good start from 5th on the grid to 3rd as he puts his foot to the floor for Antonelli. But Fittipaldi used the grippy line, and there's a spin there for the Red Bull driver in the middle of the pack. That is one of the Camposes not facing in the right direction, and there are cars all over the road in the background as a result.
Maini, I'm not sure I've seen a start as accomplished as that in comparison to the competition for a while in Formula 2. Had a 7th, looked like he had a 7/10 gap coming out of turn 2, Maini. As we check in with Gabriel Bortoletto, who's unfortunately not sharing such starting fortunes in the other Invicta. Through into that position. We're on board with Antonelli. He's dropped a couple of places from the start, started 5th. Maini made his way through on Bortoletto in that lap, but a really difficult start for him, and now he's looking to the inside. Maini
sells the dummy, goes down the inside there of Correa. Great move there from Kush Maini, and takes 3rd place away from Correa as they make their way through turn 3.
Bortoletto has been unable to improve in sector 1. It's only Miata I can see so far, and Antonelli who've managed to find a better first sector. But Maini, having not improved specifically, is slightly up on what Maloney has been able to do.
Yeah, Maini looking good to be a contender at the front. Can everyone find a clean way round at the end? Remember, their tyres are going to be coming into the temperature window. Oh, no, he's off. He's off in the background. He was pushing on, looking for the grip. He'll continue. Can he bail out of the way of his teammate? No. And his teammates still pushing on, looking for an improvement to the top 5. Currently in 7th place. One Invicta will not compete at the front after that moment. What about the second one? Over the line. Ah, he's found the time! He's found enough time! He wasn't held up. He's taken provisional pole as the checkered flag waves. Can anyone find a lap time to disturb it? Invicta at the front once again, provisionally for the 3rd qualifying session in a row.
Slightly down, but it is the Prema driver that we're watching extremely closely. Maini's found a purple middle sector.
It is really on the line now. And so many contenders, so many of our race winners this year, and drivers like Aaron who have run at the front of the field have an opportunity. But the checkered flag is out, and this is going to tick over and complete a completely different order. Hauger to 4th, Aaron to 3rd. Watch out for Maloney, watch out for Antonelli. First of all, the driver from Barbados as Maini hits the front of the field, and Maloney takes it away from him across the line. Crawford goes to 3rd, Bortoletto goes to 3rd position. As we can see that we've got Vachor and then Marti, and off the road goes Pepe Marti, and that will open the door. And Maini says thank you very much to Marti, and he is up as well.
Second gap before the safety car. Antonelli struggling with the rears. Decent pace though from him, so looks like the rest of them are as well. Down the inside, covering Maini, who's doing really well on that set of medium tyres.
He is indeed, and the pendulum swing is happening. That was from 5th to 4th for the medium shot tyre, and he's back in the race.
Yeah.
Oh, and another one off. Another one. This time it's Maloney. And Maini says, all right, you inspect the grass at turn 10. If you're Marti, if you're Maloney, I'll just take the places off you. And he's got another one.
And the inside, having a frustrating race. Just taps Dirksen round, and Maini's coming through for 2nd.
So Maini makes the pass. He's got the medium tyre on the car. The super soft tyre is fading as the VSC comes out and the race is neutralised. So they're not going to the full safety car, they've gone to the virtual safety car, and it's Hauger with the lead. Maini on the podium yesterday, on the podium last year, likes this venue, going well again.
on whoever can get out of this
Here we
process,
go.
and we're green again.
Green flag flies around the circuit. Does anyone make the most of it? It is still Hauger, then Maini, then Antonelli. Aaron really on a charge. Just looked like he's been on the front foot all the way through this one, trying to take another place. And he's got Maloney directly in front of him. Maloney's championship lead under threat from Hauger, who has the race lead, but he also has Maini really close to him. Here's the evidence of it. Maini is making that tyre work. Maini takes the lead. The super soft rubber fades away. And welcome to our third different race leader today, Kush Maini P1.